Hey guys, so sometimes I'm in conversations with somebody who is deciding to join Being Accelerator and they want to do it, but they're also hesitant. And when I dig a little bit and ask them what's going on, they'll tell me, well, I've just invested in coaching before and it hasn't made a difference, or it hasn't made as much of a difference as I'd wanted it to or hoped it would. And I'm just worried that this is going to be the same. Like, what's going to make this any different? And whenever this happens, I get excited, to be honest, because this is an opportunity for us to, just right now in this conversation, to actually change them for the rest of their lives. And so if you see this video and you are one of these people, I'd love to talk to you and have this conversation, but I at least want to share with you right now how it typically goes and why I get so excited. Because if a person comes to me with part of them knowing that coaching could make a difference for them, another part of them knowing that I've done that and it hasn't, what we've done is we've located a way that they undermine their power to create in the world. You see, they've hired coaches in the past, wanting to produce some result and having the support from somebody else out there in the world that can help them create that, and they failed to create it. And right now, here's the key. Right now, they look back at that experience and they believe that it's the person they hired or the context or the program or the information in it that's the reason why they didn't get the results. And they take that belief and that perspective and they project it forward into the future, and they start going out and they look at coaching programs or coaches and they think, well, that thing get me the results, and they're unsure because that thing didn't. And the problem is not the thing there or the thing there. The problem is that they think it's the things out there that are the determining factor in what results they create. And so I get excited because right now is an opportunity for me to help you see that the lack of results with those coaches was created by you. And any lack of results you may create with a coach in the future, myself included, by the way, is up to you. That's created by you. I know that I'm a substantial coach, that I can make a massive difference in a person's life, but you bring me somebody with the idea, lived and embodied, that the coach out there is the thing that makes a difference, and they work with me, I guarantee we'll create no results. It will suck. You and your perspective on where the results happen and where they come from will trump any power out here. And so the first thing for us to do, I'm so glad this is coming up now, better off than 3-6 months into our coaching program we figure it out, that you think it's me that's creating the results. I'm so glad that it's happening right now, that I can help you to see that you created all of that. And so how do I do that when I'm with a person? You can do it pen and paper right now with me, or we can talk if you're seriously interested in working together, and we can create this. That we actually, so in all of my coaching programs, you can see there's probably another Being Accelerator video where I talk about the vows that create the container of our marriage. We have a set of agreements that create the container of our relationship that creates the possibility for us to do great work together. But for sometimes with a client, if in the beginning of our relationship we see that they have an idea about a coaching relationship that has undermined their ability to create the results, I get really specific with them about that, and we use that to create specific vows and agreements between us to have our relationship be not that, be something much greater. So we don't just, hey, I'm different and I'm better, and this will be different because I'm different. No, fuck that. It's not about me. It's about you. And how you create your relationship. I'll tell you what, right now, I could hire a dead coach and create more results with that coach than somebody who's got the ideas that their coach is the one that's going to give them the answer and works with me when I'm alive. Because it's the listening and it's the ideas about what's possible for me when I hire a coach that's actually causative, that's actually going to determine the results that I create. And so, what are we doing? We're making a list of all of the specific ways that your coach fell short. Blame the coach. Start there. What the reasons this program wasn't right for me? What was it missing? What was it not doing? All the things that were missing that if they were there, then I would have got what I wanted and I would have grown. All the ways I wanted to grow that I didn't grow. All the results I wanted to create that I didn't create. Get specific. What are they? It wasn't deep enough. Didn't challenge me enough. Wasn't action-oriented enough. Wasn't more aligned enough with my spiritual beliefs, whatever they are. I wanted to make this much money and only made this much, and it was the coach's fault, right? I'm playing with you and challenging you, but I am. It's confronting. It is. And all these things, list them out. And then when I'm in conversation, it's like, okay, cool. Then here's how we go. How did you create that? How did I create my coach not challenging me enough? Yeah. They just weren't challenging me, but how did you create that? Did you ask them to challenge you more and they didn't? No. Or even if they say, well, yes, I did. And then what? Well, they challenged me a little bit more, but it still wasn't enough. Did you tell them the second time? No. Fuck! You create everything in your world. So, I told them 5 times. Then how did you keep hiring them? How did you even start in a relationship with a coach by not expressing the idea of challenge? How did you hire somebody who wasn't challenging enough even though you've asked them 5 times? How'd you do that? So it's both in your accommodation for your not speaking, right? But also the decision you make up front because you didn't look for what was actually important for you. So we're getting all the things that are important for you through you not getting them, and we're turning them into assets that we use in our relationship. And we create a document and we say, well, I've done this so many times with clients. Like, when I'm coaching you, here's our agreement that it was going to be deep. And we're not just going to leave that as some concept. What is deep? How do you know when it's deep? How can I know when you know when it's deep? How can I know when it's deep? Let's get specific. Well, I feel this happens. Well, I want to make sure I have an action. How do you know if it's an action? Something that I can do. You mean on a journal? No, out in the world talking to people. Okay, now we're getting specific. And so for our coaching to be everything that your previous coaching wasn't, we need to look at what wasn't it specifically and actually create an agreement that we create not that. We create the opposite of that. We create something much more than that. See, people go through their life living as the expression of I don't get what I want, and they keep it a secret. Or they might leak it out a little bit, but not really speak it. I'm going to ask you to ask me for everything you want, and then I am going to create a commitment and an agreement with you for us to create that. And not just sign off on it at the beginning and hope that we end up there at the end. It's like, but no, because we work together for at least a year. That's how my coaching works. We're going to create it, and then we're going to check in with it. When I create these documents with my clients, every single time I coach them, I read it before. Got a client coming up tomorrow in the morning. I'm going to spend time with her document. It's 1 page. I'm going to read everything, who I am for this client, who I be for her. I'm going to get into all of the things that she needs me to be so that I'm not those things. And on her side, who is she going to be to make sure she gets more out of our coaching than she ever did in anything else? So we're both doing it. We're co-creating the ultimate coaching relationship. And it starts with looking at what your specific hesitations or concerns are, speaking them, and being a stand for the counter of them, the opposite of them. So there's a lot of energy. You can feel it right now. And that's my excitement. It's genuine. I am excited for the possibility that we can take your concerns and your hesitations and we can alchemize them into assets that create the most powerful coaching relationship you have ever and probably will ever have. And even more than that, that's the low-hanging fruit. The real power is that you get to learn how to create powerful relationships, full stop, by taking your concerns, your hesitations, your worries, and turning them into assets through your speaking and through your agreements. So, if you're considering being Accelerator and you're concerned that your hesitation, that you've invested in coaching before and you're worried it might not be worth the investment or you might not create a return like you have in the past, then I encourage you to do this exercise and then reach out to me, or just reach out to me and we'll do it together. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel. These insights aren't just for people interested in being Accelerator, by the way. They're anybody who's creating anything in the world that wants to sell or create connection. You can take these insights and map it over to your own work. I think you see that probably, but I'm just making a point of it. And if you like the videos summarized by email, click the link and get my creating insights. That's it. I'm out. See you later. Bye-bye.